When can we do sadhana? Sadhana is only possible when all the deficiencies and shortcomings of your life are removed. If you are starving and have no food, then you cannot concentrate even if you sit down with your eyes closed. Once there was a very tyrannical king who was very cruel and despotic. One day he called 5 Muslim and 5 Hindu priests and asked them, "What is God like? What is the form of your Allah?" The priests replied, "What do you ask? What is the form of God? How should we tell you?" "Well, your highness, God can be in the form of Rama with a bow and arrow in his hands, and he may be like Krishna with a flute in his hand." The king said, "No, no, God must be but one. He cannot have 50 forms. What you speak of are different forms. Tell me, what is God like?" The priest said, "We have told you that he has different forms. God may be with a flute in his hand or with a bow and arrow in his hand. God may also be in the form of Durga, Bhavani, Jagadamba, or a form with 8 or more hands." The king persisted, "No, this cannot be. All of you tell me, what is God like? What is his actual form? He must be one, for Brahma is one." But none of the priests could satisfy the king, and all of them were put into prison. They were given only water to drink, no food was given. One day passed. The Muslim priests started praying to Allah. The Hindu priests prayed to Rama and Krishna. Thus 2 days passed. All of them were worried as to what would happen to them. They kept praying. The next day they forgot their prayers and started to worry when they would get some food. What was their fault? They thought. One more day passed and they started shouting for food. All of them forgot their gods and only cried out for food. They stopped praying. On the 5th day, all of them lay on the floor due to weakness. Whenever they closed their eyes, all they saw was round loaves of bread. The king had them brought before him and asked again, "What is God like?" All of them answered in unison, "God is round like a loaf of bread. And if all of you are starving and I teach you sadhana, then all that shall appear before your eyes will be food." Hence, first it is necessary to remove all shortcomings in your life through sadhana. And we shall achieve totality only when all the scarcity in one's lives is removed. This is necessary, for we are just householders. Sadhana means Shariram sadhayati sadharma, that is, controlling all senses in the body is sadhana. Controlling one's senses, one's thoughts, one's body is sadhana. Your body, your mind is not under your control. You cannot even sit at one place for 1 hour. Sometimes you move your hands, sometimes your legs. Then you start yawning and feel tired. You cannot sit in the feet of the God for even 2 hours. You cannot concentrate your mind even for 15 minutes. A woman sits with her eyes closed and chants, "O Ram, O Ram, daughter-in-law, the milk is on the stove. Take care of it." And then again, "O Ram, O Ram." You are in meditation. Why should you worry about the milk? You are sitting praying to the Lord, and if the milk spills over, it is the responsibility of the daughter-in-law. But Guruji, you say, milk is 10 rupees per kg. You will speak and go away but I shall lose 10 rupees. I have to take care. You shall go away, then who shall account for my 10 rupees? Then you say, Guruji, my daughter-in-law is so careless. If she felt some responsibility, I would not have to say anything. But you do not realize the truth. Tomorrow when you shall die, what shall you be able to do if the milk spills? Who shall then take care of it? But it is unfortunate that when living, we do not think of death and we do not realize that we are left with so little time. The battle of Mahabharath was being fought between the Pandavas and the Kauravas. It was a battle of dharma, righteousness. Dharma denoted that after sunset, the fighting stopped. Only after the day dawned again would the fighting resume. The Pandavas and the Kauravas would fight all day long with each other, and in the evening, Duryodhana, Bhima, Arjuna and Yudhishthira would sit and have food together. One evening at around 9 o'clock in the night, Yudhishthira, Bhima, Nakula, Sahadeva and Arjuna, all these 5 brothers were discussing their battle plan for the next day. At that moment, a sage came to them. On seeing him, Yudhishthira said, "O holy man, come back in the morning, we will give you alms then." As Yudhishthira said these words, Arjuna got up suddenly and started beating a drum loudly. Bhima asked him, "Arjun, what are you doing? Why are you beating the battle drum in the night?" Arjuna said, "This is just to express my happiness that Yudhishthira shall be alive at least till next morning. Yudhishthira never speaks a lie, and as he has promised to give alms in the morning, hence no one can kill him at least till the next morning." On hearing these words, Yudhishthira said, "I have committed a grave mistake. How can I know if I shall remain alive even after 1 hour from now? I always speak the truth, but have now given assurance that I shall give alms in the morning. Will I remain alive till the morning? That's why I ask you, how much time do you have? You don't know. There is no machine in this world which can tell how much more you shall live. No science can forecast this. No scientist or doctor can tell this to you. I cannot forecast, and even you cannot tell. You say, Guruji, we shall start meditation after a few years. Guruji, let my son's marriage be over. Then I shall accomplish the sadhana which you have given to me and come to you. When will the marriage take place? When will your daughter-in-law arrive? When will you teach her to prepare food? And when shall you come to me? What if something happens to you in between? What if death snatches you away from this world? You cannot tell. Hence, only the moments of the present, which are in your hands, are your own, and when you shall use them properly, only then shall you achieve totality of life. I have told you that totality of life cannot be achieved just by listening to preachings. Sadhana is the only medium between you and God, and you can reach that state only through this medium. By giving away charity, you will not reach Him. You shall only gain a contentment. By building a temple, you may feel satisfied that you have established an idol of God. This is not the way to achieve totality of life. This is only a social work and nothing else. Spiritualism means raising our souls to such heights that we become one with the whole world, with the whole universe. If there appears tears in someone's eyes, then tears should also flow from our eyes. This is the true extent of spiritualism. I am explaining to you the difference between religion and spiritualism. Religion is an important part of our lives. I feel proud that I am a Hindu, but I do not look with contempt at other religions. Mahatma Gandhi also said, I am proud that I am a Hindu, but this does not mean that other religions are not good. I don't say that Jesus or Muhammad were not right. They too were right in their own contexts. We have not tried to know about their thoughts as we acquired only the knowledge given by Rama, Krishna and Mahavira. All these great men have stressed that life shall progress when the anger, the passion in us is curbed, when our vanity disappears. We may say that we don't have any sexual desires, that we have no greed, but in actual practice, these have not been totally subdued. In Rajasthan, there are Takurs, a class of nobles or lords. Before 1947, they had small estates with 5-10 villages or an area of about 2000 square miles in each estate. These Takurs used to be the rulers of these small estates. Thus there were about 3000 such rulers. Some ruled over 5-10 villages, some over 25 villages, and some even had 500 villages within their dominions. These rulers did not have any work to do. They just collected money from the public in lieu of taxes and lived comfortably. They had no other responsibility or worry. The bigger rulers were called kings, while the smaller ones were called Thakur Sahibs. You may not have gone to these villages, but if you do go there, you shall find that the Takurs still consider themselves superior. They may not even have enough food to eat, but their vanity knows no bounds. It was before 1947 that there was a great Takur. One day he thought, I have committed a lot of sins in my life. I have killed so many birds and have eaten so much meat. Hence I should go to Haridwar and cleanse my sins by bathing in the holy river Ganga. And after coming back, well, what then? I shall commit more sins and shall again go and wash them away in the holy river. Hence he started for Haridwar. He said to the villagers, I am going to Haridwar. But why are you going there? Asked the villagers. Well, enough is enough. I have killed so many birds. I have troubled you and looted you. Now I want to renounce everything. Hence I am going to Haridwar. Along with his 20-25 servants and his wives, he went to Haridwar and bathed in the holy river. The Hindu priests in Haridwar said to him, You shall have to renounce something in order to absolve yourself of all the sins. The Thakur thought, What should I renounce? I like to eat so much. If I renounce jaggery today, and if a sweet is prepared with it, then I won't be able to eat it. I cannot renounce jaggery. I cannot give up sugar. I cannot even give up wine. The eager priest said, Maharaj, give up anything. You just have to renounce one object. At this, the Thakur said, Well, fine. I renounce anger. From now on, I won't get angry. The priest said to himself, What a cunning fellow he is. If this feels angry or not, what does it matter to me? When he had to renounce anything, he could have left jaggery. If he had given up some real object, I would have got 5 kilos of it. To the Thakur he said, Sir, it is up to you, but if you give up some eatable. No, retorted the Thakur. You don't understand. I am a Thakur. The priest said, Sir, it is your wish. When the Thakur returned to his village, he was welcomed by all the villagers. They asked the Thakur, Maharaj, you went to Haridwar. What did you renounce? Well, I have renounced anger. Now I shall never be angry. But Maharaj, you are so short-tempered that you run to fetch your gun each time you get angry. The Takur smiled and said, after having been to Haridwar, my heart, my soul have been completely transformed. Now I shall never be angry. A barber was sitting nearby. He heard all this, and after about 10 minutes, he said, Maharaj, excuse me. Well, what is it? Asked the Takur. Why are you standing? Maharaj, I want to ask you something, if you don't mind. Go on, ask what you like. Maharaj, what did you renounce in Haridwar? Haven't I just told you? I have given up anger. The conversation with the villagers resumed. The Takur started to narrate the incidents that happened in the course of the journey. Again the barber got up and said, Maharaj, Huzur, I want to ask you something. Well, ask. Maharaj, you went to Haridwar. What did you give up? What the? I have told you that I have given up anger. I shall never be angry again. Can't you understand this much? You seem to have very less brains. The barber sat down again. The talks resumed. 15 minutes passed and the barber again stood up and said, Maharaj, Huzur, I want to ask something. Well, what is it now? Maharaj, you went to Haridwar. Yes, I did. Maharaj, what did you renounce there? You bloody swine, rascal. And speaking of these abuses, the Takur picked up his shoe and ran after the barber. The barber cried out, Now I understand. Yes, I have got it. I have understood what you have renounced. Similar is the case with you. You are boiling up inside and you say that you have given up anger. We keep saying that we have given up anger, but in fact, we are not able to do so. There is a difference between merely saying and actually doing it. Till we don't renounce anger, till we are filled with vanity and anger, what shall we be able to achieve in the field of religion, knowledge, and spiritualism? Until you transform yourself mentally, you won't be able to develop spiritualism in your life. Until there is no spiritualism in your life, you won't attain true happiness in it.